everybody? Welcome to my DLC preparation guide for Elden Ring. So, the DLC is only 2 days away, and if you guys are excited as I am, we all need to make sure we are actually ready and prepared to go into the DLC. Now, the recommended level for the DLC is 150. I have not finished the game yet. I'm at 154. It's not, no talismans, boosting levels, or anything. That's a natural 154. Now, at this time, I still have the Moonlight Altar, most of the, about half of the mountaintop of the Giants, most of the consecrated snowfield, and the Halleck tree to go. So, I'll probably be around 170, and you guys should be around that too if you're doing all of the content. However, we need to make sure we're collecting all of our bell bearings. So, if you go over here to Round Table Hold at the Twin Maiden Husk, you'll notice I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 that I'm able to purchase an infinite amount because we turned in all the bell bearings. Sombers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the only ones we cannot get an unlimited supply of is your ancient dragon somber smithing stones and your ancient dragon smithing stones. Now, if you go over our weapons, and this is how everyone's build should look. By the end of the game, you should have whatever armor set you want, the best talismans possible. You're going to find some other ones. But I would suggest Great Jar's Arsenal. There are guide videos on how to get this, but we don't know what the armor over there is going to weigh, how much these weapons are going to weigh, or what builds we're even going to want to do until we see what's over there. So I do highly, highly suggest that one. Getting all your weapons to plus 10 is not the worst idea. If we're going over there level 150 and plus 10 weapons, you're not going to be in better shape. It does have its own leveling system over there and stuff like that, but that's the recommended level, so I think that would be important to do. Now, make sure, this is very important, if you're like me and just decide to get the whole game over and done with before the DLC, when you go in after, you could go down here, begin Journey 2. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's going to scale up the DLC area and make that even harder than what it is. Also, us being at the end of the game, remember your remembrances. Now, I've already spent on mine. You can go duplicate whatever ones you want. You should have every armor unlocked throughout the game. It doesn't hurt just to do a last minute checklist. Also, if we go over inventory, you'll see I've been going around and stocking up on, as much as I can of crafting ingredients. Like we got some pretty good numbers here. Some stuff's, a little wore out for me crafting. But they're, when you go around the world at nighttime, you have your nighttime boss battles. If you are able to take out all the bell bearing hunters, they will actually drop bell bearings so you can buy consumables. So you don't have to worry about going through and actually searching every area for crafting ingredients. Because you guys got to remember that not every area has the same crafting ingredients. You would have to scour, the whole world. But I would highly recommend you guys to get at least all of your weapons up to plus 10. Don't start new game plus. Be level 150, and when you got your stats going, if you notice, my faith's only at 40, my faith is at 50, my strength is at 40. Usually I'm about 65 of each by this point of the game. I wanted to put more into vigor, so I'm going over there with 55 health. From what I've seen in the reviews, the enemies are going to hit really hard. The enemies over there will drop runes, so we will be able to get more levels while we're there. So I would suggest everyone getting as much health as possible, then we can make up for it on the back end. Additionally, Radahn's a pretty early game boss in my opinion. You typically will do Limgrave, Liurnia, then Caelid, or Limgrave, then Caelid, so we're not so much worried about him. But you got to get to Moog and take him out. So when you come out and start the game at the very, very beginning, the first step, you meet Vari right there. After you beat Godric, now this is the easy and fastest way to get to him. You can get to him within the first 10 hours of the game. So after you beat Godric, you can meet him at Rose Church, and he's going to have you do 3 NPC invasions, and then after you get those done, he's going to give you a cloth to dip in blood. Now, if you are not playing online because you don't have PlayStation Plus, you could also just do an invasion right here at the Wraith Blood Ruins, and that's only one invasion. You could do that offline, so you can still finish your quest, and when you get the cloth, you can come right here to Church of Inhibition, die here, go back to Vari here, and he will give you the Pure Blood Knight's Medal, which is going to look like this. And that's what you get for completing his quest. Now, if I wanted to use this, now remember, I said you could do this about 10 hours in the game. This is going to take you right to the Mogwin Palace. The only other way, as you see, we're here. Then all you got to do when you get here, make sure you're ready to face this guy, is going up these stairs and following it around. Additionally, you're going to want to follow Yur's quest line because Moog has a special attack that drains all of your health and gives it to him, and it's a really hard fight at that point. Now, when you're doing Limgrave, when you're in this little valley here, you're going to meet Yura. Once you help him with this invasion, there will actually be another one, and I missed this my first playthrough. But when you get inside of Ray Lucaria on the bridge, you'll see a summon sign. But after you help with that invasion, make sure you exhaust his dialogue. He'll be right here to the side. It's easy to run past him. Now, if you have not progressed his dialogue all the way, he won't show up. But he has one more spot over here in the Altus Plateau, which is I might get the road name. Yep, which should be at it's off the main road. It's a church. Oh, right here. Second Church of America. So when you go there, he'll be lying dead on the ground. And then you're going to get invaded by a woman that's doing blood magic. You kill her, she's going to drop the tear that's going to go in your flask, right? So if we go to our tears, it's going to look like this right here. Purifying crystal tear. Purifies the Lord of Blood's curse and emits physic. So, if you put that in your flask during that fight, his special move doesn't work. It's going to make it much, much easier to get past him. Now, holy weapons, faith weapons don't do very well on him, so I actually upgraded my Bloodhound's Fang. Spamming that, Mimic Tear plus 10, both of you with Bloodhound's Fang, can make the fight pretty easy, especially with that tier. So, and besides that, yeah, just your bell bearings and everything like that. Otherwise, if you don't do Various Quest, you're going to have to wait until you get all the way over here somewhere, the Consecrated Snowfield, and then that's going to portal you in to, like, the backside over here. You have to work your way through the whole region. So, I just wanted to get you guys ready to go, let you know what I'm doing. So, I'm going over there with a Strength Faith build. It's just something I was curious about. I also made other builds too, Dex Intelligence and a Dex Arcane build. So I'm going to go over there with Strength Faith. Like I said, I got my stats at 40 Strength, 50 Faith. Still have some areas to clear, so I'm going to at least try to get that 55, hopefully. If not, like I said, we'll get some levels over there, not a big deal. Rocking Malekith's armor set, and gravel stone seal, because I noticed that I actually scaled better with strength and faith. I was initially using the erdtree seal, but this is more pure faith. So that's what I'm going in. Hope you guys got some good builds ready to go. I'm excited to get through the DLC, and my Let's Play series will be starting Friday, but most likely we will do a live stream for an hour Thursday at midnight, just for us all to check it out a little bit before we start our series. But we'll catch y'all next time, and we'll see you during the DLC.